Hello everybody! Today for Creative Creatures, we're going to see how I draw a Magic Rhino. Just so you know, there's a coloring book that you can get through Amazon. Just follow the link in my description and you can get a coloring book to show me how you color to how I draw. Okay, pencils first and then Sharpies. So if you want to watch the pencil portion of the video where I sketch the entire thing out, look in the description and you'll find a link that you can click on that will take you to the Sharpie portion of the video. I'll even include one for color. But for those of you that are going to stick around, I'm going to start off with a quick sketch for myself and get us going. Alright, new series, Creative Creatures. So I'm trying to think of something fun to create with. And what I mean by that is I did dinosaurs, and I did a lot, and so now I'm trying to come up with something, not weekly, what's the word I'm looking for, but just to make, just something to make, you know, and I wanted to do like some kind of magic beasts, magic monsters, magic something, you know, but Fantastic Beasts is taking up all the words, so Creative Creatures. That's what we're going to start calling this series of just cool monsters, not even monsters, animals, beasts, to draw something different and something new. So yeah, so that's where we are now. Creative Creatures. That's what we're going to call this. And the reason I wanted to call it something different like that is because there's no rules to it. You know, we can do whatever we want because they're creatures. You know, I could do an armadillo one day and I can draw a leprechaun the other. You know, I mean, there's no specifics because we're just calling it creatures. Nothing definitive. Okay, so what I'm doing for this little guy here is I'm going to draw. He's just, you know, when I say magic, he's magical in that he's different, and I don't know. There's really no explaining it because it's just it's whatever we want, you know. But what I mean by magic is kind of like when I did the unicorn, that he's got nice abilities. That just flow from him. Ooh, so speaking of that, let's do something like that. Let's do like a nice smoky wisp of something from his horn, you know, just something that's a magical. So for the candy horn, that's what it was. That's what I did. That just weird smoky, strange candy stuff coming from his head. And we'll do the same thing with this guy. Just some otherworldly, strange magic, right? All right, let's give him a fanny pack too. Why not? All right, little stubby little legs. Ooh, let's give him some boots, right? There's something about boots and magic that I think are magical, because I always do that. I always give them some kind of little magical little boots. I don't know. I think that he's dressed up. I think that's really what it comes down to. Is we're giving him some kind of magic powers with the power of what do you call it? The dressing right. Ooh, let's give him some kind of like peacock feathers, some kind of strange, you know, some plumes of something. I don't know whether they're rose petals or flower petals or something, but let's do that behind him, you know, just for fun, because he's magic. And you know what else he's got? A cape. That's what I always draw with magic characters, capes. Okay, I think that's good. I think let's go with that. So let me erase some of these sketch lines just a little bit. And I need this eraser. I need to get a new eraser. This one's getting dirty and old. Okay, but yeah, I want the Sharpie to stand out, not the pencil line. So I'm just going to erase some of this, just so it'll disappear a little bit, but leave me enough to guide me and show me what we're doing. All right. Okay, I say we welcome everybody that skipped. I can see enough that I can get going. Welcome, skippers. Welcome to the Sharpie portion of the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe because I do a different drawing every day. You can join along and have some fun. I'm going to be using a Sharpie fine point and a Sharpie pen, mostly the fine point, but a pen's a little finer than a fine point. It can find things that a fine point can't quite find. I've sketched the entire thing out. I've erased the majority of it, but left myself enough to guide me. And I'm going to make a few highlights with the Sharpie pen, but I think I'm just going to kick it in with the Sharpie fine point and just get going. So his head's going to be right here. So let's go ahead and draw the ears and work our way down, right? Okay, so let's just do something like this. Oh, and you know what? Here we go. Right away. This is where we're going to add some fine point detail. Just something like this, just to highlight the inside of the ear, and that he's got a bunch of wrinkles, and we're going to do all kinds of wrinkles and folds on this guy. He's a big old wrinkly mess. Well, not mess. That's not a good word. He's a very unique character. Okay, I'm going to work my way over this way to the other ear, and let's see. Something like this. And again, add some highlight. There we go, just something like that, just to kind of show that it's a, well-worn rhino. All right, I like that. I like that a lot. Okay, so I'm going to come down here to his horns. Now, I'm calling this a Magic Rhino, and the reason is because it's just all kinds of crazy stuff about him. So out of his horns is going to be like this smoke coming out. So I'm going to go draw down here to there's one eye, and then where the horn is going to be, I'm just going to kind of do something like this, but I'm going to stop. I'm not going to draw that edge, and I'm going to show you why in a second. There's one horn, like that. Their mouth is coming down here. I'm going to draw the other horn, and like this. Again, same thing. I'm just going to kind of stop right there. Do that, and we'll do that in a second. Let's finish up the face so you can see where we are. And give him his rhino head. Something like that. Okay, so now I'm going to add some extra highlights. And show you what I was doing. So, for his horn, I'm going to kind of do something like this, because I want to draw like a hard edge, but I also kind of want to do the idea that I was talking about, which is basically that he's magic, that it's a little strange, So I'm going to draw like billowy smoke is basically what I'm going to do. So I'm going to kind of do something like this. Just because, like I said, it would do some kind of magic, some kind of strange, otherworldly thing about him. And I'll talk about this too, in case you didn't watch the Sharpie or the drawing portion. Is that I'm calling these creative creatures because I wanted to make something a little different for a new series of drawings. So I had the dinosaurs, but I'm done with those. I've drawn all I can really draw that look different. So I'm switching over to a new set of characters. And so that's why I'm kind of doing something weird and strange, And so that's why I thought, yeah, smoke, something a little different. And even though this doesn't really look like smoke, I like drawing like a cartoonish looking smoke kind of give it something different. All right. Okay, and I'm just kind of making this up. I did sketch out where I wanted to put these, but I'm just kind of putting just some strange billows of puffs of whiffs of smoke. Right? There's no rhyme or reason. It's just kind of what I imagine crazy smoke might look like. Especially the fact that we're drawing this on a Magic Rhino is why there's really no rules, and it's whatever you want it to be, right? So there you go, a little crazy, a little different. Let's draw his eye. We'll color that in later with color. We're going to leave it kind of open for now. And just draw some wrinkles. Again, we're going to do more color, and that's going to really make it stand out. So, I mean, if this is as far as you're going, you can add little stuff like this, but I plan on doing a little bit more with color, so I'm not too stressed out about the bumps and the texture. All right. Okay, awesome. How's yours looking? Mine makes me very happy. Cool. So, here's what else we're going to do. So we're going to make him magic. We're going to do all kinds of crazy stuff to him. We're going to give him a cape. So I'm going to draw the collar of the cape like this. And we'll say the other end comes out like this. Try not to draw through the smoke. Like that. And so it's hanging over his shoulders like this. Going to come back into where his arm's going to be. So now I'm going to start to draw the body. Now, I'm not doing too crazy of a design, but I am, you know, acknowledging that it's a rhino, so he's got all kinds of crazy creases and folds to his rhino body. All right. And I've got his little hands kind of holding like this, kind of pointed towards each other. So I'm going to go ahead and draw one like this. And this is where his little tootsie toes horns, not horns, his tootsie toes are going to be at the edge like that. We'll do the same thing on the other one over here. It's going to go back behind that way. There we go. Again, let me add a few little extra lines just to make it, you know, rhino magnificent, rhinificent. And just because, like I said, he's a rhino, so he's got very much a lot of skin, you know. He's very much flappy. That's the best way I can say it. He's flappy. And I put a fanny pack on him. Why? Because I could. Because I can. You know, just because I could. Can and could is what I just said. So we're gonna say it's coming around like this. Here's the strap. And then I'm going to draw his side like this. Let's draw a little bit of detail of that fanny pack. It's his magical fanny pack. Here's the zipper. Here's his little adjuster, so he can slide it to fit the way he needs it. All right. Okay, so now more of his folds. We're gonna draw some some belly, and some legs. And then I'm just gonna draw them legs in. And now I put boots on him, so we're gonna do like some fancy rhino boots. That's part of his magic power, is he can find boots that fit. Alright. Cool. Let's add some texture. Ooh, and I should probably connect the leg too. Look at that. Look at that floating leg. Look at that crazy one. Crazy. Alright, so let's do this. Just do something like that, just to kind of make it, you know, a little bit of texture. I like to show where there would be actual bends and creases in the material. Okay, so the last thing I'm going to do with this small Sharpie is I thought of, like, let's give him like some kind of strange plume, like almost like a peacock tail, you know, so something in the back that just kind of feathers out almost like a sunflower. You know, if we're gonna say it's starting from here, it kind of blossoms out that way. So you know, you gotta plan on them going out. Let's see, and I wanna not too crazy. But, you know, something like that. And imagine it's going this way. So they don't always have to touch, you know, because you got to think of where they're coming out and where you would actually see them. So like this one almost looks like it's going down that way. So just kind of think of stuff like that. Like, okay, it's coming out. We'll do a couple that they go out, but these kind of stay locked in. So these will touch. After I just said they're not all going to touch, I'm touching them. I'm connecting them. What a hypocrite, right? Too bad I'm not drawing a hippo. I'm a rhino crit. Alright, enough with the dad jokes, right? Alright, that should be enough. So there you go. For creative creatures, that is a Magic Rhino. So here's how I colored it. Tell me what you think in the comments below, or show me what you did in our Discord group. Just have fun and make it your own, because remember, this is how I draw. You draw how you draw, and we'll meet somewhere in between. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more adventures with How I Draw. Plus, don't forget to hit that notification button for new videos.